Hello everyone, welcome again to another in our webinar series. This research group, we have a webinar series where we bring different lectures and different lecturers and speakers to talk on different topics. Today the topic before me that I want to do justice to is the concept of intellectual property. Intellectual property, which is also called IP, refers to creations of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, symbols, names, and images used in commerce. It is a category of property that includes intangible assets resulting from creativity and innovation. Unlike physical property, which can be touched or held, intellectual property is an abstract concept, yet it is a valuable asset in today's knowledge-driven economy. The legal framework surrounding intellectual property is designed to protect the rights of creators, inventors, and businesses while promoting creativity, innovation, and economic growth. This video, or in this lecture, we are going to explore the concept of intellectual property, the various types of intellectual property, and importance of intellectual property protection, and the challenges associated with intellectual property and intellectual property protection. Now, let me start with the types of intellectual property. The first one is patents. A patent provides the inventor with the exclusive right to make, use, sell, or distribute an invention for a limited period of time, typically 20 years, and sometimes 30 years, and sometimes up to 50 years or 60 years, or even 70 years. It depends on the country and it depends on the types of patent. Patents are granted to inventions that are new, non-obvious, and useful. This protection encourages innovation by allowing inventors to profit from their creations without fear of unauthorized replication. Then, talking about patents, there are different kinds of patents, and one of them is the utility patent. Utility patent covers new and useful inventions, including processes, machines, and compositions of matter. Then there's also what is referred to as design patents. This protects the ornamental design of a functional item. Then we also have the plant patents. This is granted to those who invent or discover and reproduce new plant varieties. Now, apart from patents, we also have what is referred to as trademarks. Trademarks are symbols, names, phrases, logos, or designs that distinguish the goods or services of one business from another. A strong trademark helps consumers identify the source of a product and assures them of a consistent quality. Trademarks can be renewed indefinitely as long as they remain in use. Then, under trademark, we also have what is called service marks. This is a type of trademark used to identify and distinguish services other than products. Then we have what is referred to as certification marks. Certification marks indicate that a product or service meets certain standards. Then we also have what is called collective marks, used by members of an organization to indicate membership or adherence to group standards. Number three thing we need to look at is copyrights. In talking about copyrights, copyright protects the original works of authorship, such as literature, music, films, software, architecture, and visual art. The protection extends to both published and unpublished works and typically lasts for the lifetime of the author, plus an additional 70 years. Copyright allows creators to control how their works are used, distributed, and profited from, ensuring they receive recognition and compensation. We also have what is referred to as exclusive rights. Copyright holders have the right to produce, distribute, perform, and display their works, as well as create derivative works. Then there's also the concept of trade secrets. Trade secrets refer to confidential business information that gives a company a competitive advantage. This includes formulas, practices, processes, designs, or any other information that is not publicly known. Unlike patents, trade secrets are protected as long as they remain secret. Famous examples of trade secrets include the recipe for Coca-Cola and Google's search algorithm. Also, talking about cryptocurrency, how the crypto world actually works. The main something, in fact, they said something is lost, that they can't find it, because if somebody can find it and can tamper with it, the cryptocurrency will become centralized instead of being decentralized. So that is another aspect of trade secrets. Now, examples of trade secrets: client lists, manufacturing processes, marketing strategies, and proprietary software code, just like I said about cryptocurrency. Then there's also this concept of industrial designs. Industrial designs rights protect the visual design of objects that are not purely utilitarian, such as the shape of a car or the packaging of a product. These rights protect the aesthetic aspects of a product, allowing companies to prevent others from copying their design. Now, in talking about this, though this is in a scientific environment, you can look at all this and go online and check those people who give you permission to design some things for them, so you can design and see if they will like it. Most people are afraid, especially in Africa or any elsewhere, to design something for anybody, so they keep the design to themselves. They are afraid that if I do this design and I put it forward and it is not accepted, those people can modify it and use it. If that is the case, you have played your own part, even though in a way you have been cheated, but you've played your own part. My own goal is that I don't want to die with everything I come to the world with. If you now make it available and it is accepted and you are recognized, it's a plus for you. So, but if it's rejected, it's still a plus for you. At least you try. Then you do another one and you keep doing that until you get it right. So the next one is geographical indications, which is GIs. Geographical indications are used to identify products that originate from a specific location and possess qualities or a reputation due to that origin. Examples include champagne for sparkling wine from the Champagne region of France, and Darjeeling for tea from a specific region in India. GI protections help preserve the integrity and distinctiveness of regional products. In our subsequent webinars, we're going to be taking each of these and breaking them down so that we can look at them nitty-gritty, but this is just looking at the concept of intellectual property, and looking at it, we look at the types. Now let's look at the importance of intellectual property protection. Why is it important to protect intellectual property? Number one, when intellectual property is protected, it encourages innovation and creativity. Intellectual property laws incentivize creativity by giving creators exclusive rights over their works. This ensures that inventors, artists, and businesses can profit from their ideas, which in turn motivates further innovation. Without intellectual property protection, there will be little incentive for individuals or companies to invest time and resources into developing new products or technologies. Number two benefit is economic growth. Intellectual property is a major driver of economic growth, especially in knowledge-based industries such as technology, entertainment, and pharmaceuticals. Protecting intellectual property rights allows businesses to invest in research and development, leading to job creation and economic development. Then another thing it does is brand recognition and trust. Trademarks and service marks help businesses build strong brands that are recognized and trusted by consumers. This fosters customer loyalty and allows businesses to differentiate themselves in competitive markets. The next thing is cultural development. Copyright protections encourage the creation of books, films, music, and other artistic works, contributing to cultural enrichment. Copyright allows creators to maintain control over how their work is used, ensuring that they can continue producing high content without fear of exploitation. Number 5, benefit of intellectual property right protection is preventing unauthorized use. Intellectual property laws provide legal recourse against theft or misuse of an individual's or company's creative works, inventions, and proprietary information. This ensures that others cannot profit from or undermine original work without permission. Now, let's go into the challenges of intellectual property protection. The first challenge is enforcement. I wanted to say this as I was talking about how there's protection, there's this. I want to talk about enforcement difficulty. There is enforcement difficulty. I've seen a musician talking on video that copywriters have killed. These people that copyright violators have almost killed their business. He said he was in a traffic somewhere in this town where he was, and somebody brought a CD. Somebody brought a CD, and he was his own CD that he was in the process of producing, and the person showed it to him. And he said, "Is this the original?" And he said, "Yeah, this is the original." And he was talking to the person that was still in the studio making that, and he said, "This is the original." It's like I'm still in the studio perfecting this video that I'm doing now, and then somebody have already put it out there singing. If it's a song, singing already, or it's a play, already playing and selling it. So that means those I've not even brought it out. It's already on sale. So in such a case, enforcement is difficult because of some of the factors here and there. Then cost protection is another challenge. Obtaining and maintaining intellectual property protection, especially patents, can be expensive. Filing fees, legal costs, and the need for continuous monitoring can be burdensome, especially for small businesses and individual creators. Then, apart from these, another challenge is balancing public interest and intellectual property rights. Intellectual property laws aim to balance the rights of creators with the public access to knowledge and innovation. In some cases, strict intellectual property protection can limit access to important technologies such as life-saving medicines, leading to ethical debates. Then there's also a challenge of technological advances. The rapid pace of technological development presents challenges for intellectual property protection. For example, the rise of digital media has made it easier to copy and distribute copyrighted materials without authorization. There's nothing that you put online. They say, okay, this is a paid course. Before you can get it, you need the code. Somebody will go back and decode it. He will not use the code. He will break the code. And this is something that is supposed to be intellectual property for you, that you are, that happens. So that is another challenge. It's only those people that don't know how to navigate it that will now be paying. Those who know how to navigate it, even the softwares and other things, people use methods that they will not pay and they will get it. Now, what is the way forward, and how can we strengthen intellectual property rights? Number one way to strengthen intellectual property rights is harmonization of intellectual property laws. Then there's the international agreements such as the World Intellectual Property Organization. Treaties play a crucial role in harmonizing intellectual property laws across countries, strengthening international cooperation. So that is one. That's the WIPO international. They have standard law. Then each country has its own law. Some states may have their own law when it comes to intellectual property, but all the laws, in a way, they still align. They still meet or somewhere. So there are minor differences, but majorly they are basically similar. So another way forward is affordable IP protection for small businesses. So government can offer support programs for people who are small businesses that want to take up their intellectual property rights. Then there's need for awareness and education. So that is what this video is also doing now. So raising awareness about the importance of intellectual property and the consequences of infringement is essential. Educational programs can help creators and businesses understand their rights and how to protect their intellectual property. Then there's also the way out is technological solutions. Leveraging technologies such as blockchain can offer new ways to track and enforce intellectual property rights. For instance, digital watermarking can help protect copyrighted material from unauthorized distribution. So as a conclusion, I need to let you know that intellectual property is a critical component of modern economies, fostering creativity, innovation, and cultural development. So if you understand intellectual property, you also can make out something. You can develop a patent, you can in some ways. So start thinking and start brainstorming. If you have any question on intellectual property and any other thing, the concept, you can ask in the discussion section of this, in the comment section of this video, and I'll be glad to respond to you. Some aspects of this video which have been put together are going to be expanded and done separately so that we can understand this more. So this is part of our lecture series, our webinar series in our environmental toxicology and petroleum microbiology research group. And my name is Dr. Adetitun. I'm the leader of the research group, and we are having a series of webinars to educate ourselves and to know a lot of things. After school, most people stop learning, but learning never ends. If you have any questions or comments, drop in the comment section. And if you want to do some research work with our research group, we are open for collaboration. So let us see areas that we can collaborate, and then we are going to take it up from there. So let me know what you feel about this video or your own comment and your question. So there are other videos we've done on microbiology, on different aspects, grant writing, and many more. Go ahead and check them out, and you are going to be glad you did. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.